Going to the Chapel, also known as Wedding Day Blues, was released in 1988. This is directed by Paul Lynch, written by Eric Tarloff, and we have a cast including Mark Linn-Baker, Wendy Kilbourne, we have Cloris Leachman, John Ratzenberger, Jane Sibbett. Great cast, good performances. The film itself is average at best. There's nothing necessarily wrong with it, but I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't think it was interesting at all. It's because of Ratzenberger that I became aware of this and wanted to watch this, and I read the description and thought it could be interesting. But unfortunately, while it's watchable, and if you want something on in the background, I think this could be perfect for that, I didn't really get any joy out of it. It's about a couple who are getting married, and everybody is turning up for the wedding. And we have, I have to say, a lot of guests. There are a lot of characters in this, and it is very much character driven. And some of the characters are more interesting than others. It is a comedy. I didn't laugh, but to be fair, I rarely laugh out loud at films. But I don't know what it is. Sitcoms, yes. Films, it takes a lot more to make me laugh with films. There were a couple of amusing moments, but for my personal tastes, I didn't find it to be a particularly funny film. I will say the characters are well handled. We do have a lot of coming and going. We have a lot of characters being introduced and then interacting with each other. And I do think that the pacing there was very well handled. The rate at which we jump between characters and follow around different characters, I thought that was effectively done. Credit where it's due. I think the issue I have is that not a lot happens. It seems like a lot's happening because it's a very quick film because of the characters, but in terms of the actual narrative, not that much happens. I think it's very much relying on being a character-driven comedy, but because I didn't find it funny to my personal tastes, I didn't get a lot out of it. So realistically, there's nothing wrong with it. I think they wanted to create a certain type of film, and I think they achieved it. And there are many films like this, often about weddings. I've seen quite a few of them, actually, where it's about a wedding and all of these characters come together and we have similar personalities, clashes of personalities, some very interesting characters, and it's definitely more character-driven, but it's driven by many characters, and they can work really well. But while I think it's a good example of that, I personally didn't find anything about it to be particularly amusing. I did like Ratzenberger in it. Quite a few of the cast I really enjoyed, so that did work for me. But other than that, it was watchable. I wouldn't say I came away from it feeling like I enjoyed the experience, but as I said, with this type of film, I don't think they did anything wrong. I think they wanted to tell this kind of story of all of these characters coming together for a wedding with some comedy in there, and as I said, there are a few bits of dialogue that I liked. I wouldn't say it was laugh out loud funny, but a few things that appealed to me. But yeah, based purely on my personal taste, I didn't think it was that amusing. But I think it could appeal. I think that some people will like this kind of film more than I do. And that's absolutely fine. So I'm happy to recommend it. Either, if this is your kind of film or you think maybe the humour could appeal to you, it's always worth checking out to see if it's your style of comedy. Or if you're wanting something on in the background. It's a very easy watch. It's absolutely one where you could dip in and out of it. So if you're doing other things, but you just want that background company, I'd say it'd be perfect for that because there's nothing wrong with it. It's not annoying. It's not frustrating. It's a pleasant experience in that regard. But other than that, I didn't get much out of it. So check it out if you're curious. It's not a bad film, but for me personally, I just didn't really love it.